Good morning. It's not morning, it's evening. Good evening. My family has abandoned me this evening to their various activities. So I decided to do a recording of a solo, hopefully relatively quick, of Apex Theropod, the collected edition. So this has all the lovely additions and expansions in it. I recently had to go assist with family matters, and if you've watched previous videos you might see some of the adventures I was on recently, but one of the things I was able to obtain was purchasing a copy of Apex Theropod from a fellow gamer in Arkansas. So I got my rule book here, and basically it kind of walks you through how to build the deck for solo. So I'm going to walk through that process because it might be helpful for those if you've never played this game, you're trying to fumble through the rules and figure out what you're doing. It could be helpful. Now, I am going to make mistakes. Unlike some famous YouTubers, I do not have the Klingon channel thing going, and maybe once I have a vast array of Patreons doing support for the channel, I will invest more time in that. But for now, it's a hobby and I do it, and if you want to support the channel, please visit the Patreon page, which I will provide in the link, or Ko-Fi if you just kind of want to do a one-off. And I would love support for the channel and would love to do this as kind of a thing that I do on a regular basis, more than just whenever I can fit it into my schedule. But for now, I'm going to do Apex Theropod. So the first thing we're going to have to do is prepare some of these decks. Now, I have arranged all of these. You can kind of, I'll pull this up for the overhead camera. These are all the creature decks, a couple of expansions at the very back, but mostly I've arranged these in a way where they're kind of in the order in which you're going to grab things from the deck. So first we're going to put these defensive stance and disaster area cards out here. And those come into play based on various environmental cards that can come out. And I apologize, I have a few texts outstanding that I'm having to respond to, so that's going to happen now and then. And then I'll get into more of why they might come out if it becomes relevant. It's not necessarily next in the, yeah, it is on there, alert deck. Those are all the same card, a bunch of alert cards. The last several solo games I played, I never actually drew an alert card. I just avoided them altogether. That might have been because I'm terrible, and maybe I should have gone ahead and done some things that would have gotten me an alert card, but I didn't. So there you go. Then we have our evolve cards. So we shuffle all these evolve cards down, and that's going to form our evolve deck. Then we have to gather a certain grouping of what are called affliction cards. These are things you don't want for a deck builder game. These are the things that you don't want in the deck. Now, for a solo game, we want 3 broken bone cards. We want 1 fatal pathogen, I believe. There should be one pretty close to near here. Where's my fatal pathogen? There's, you want 1 fatal pathogen. We want 6 severe trauma. 1, 2, there's that other fatal pathogen. Let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we want 3 viruses. We have 1, 2, 3, and 15 flesh wounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And the reason I didn't pull those out separately is because you're going to take all of these and you're just going to shuffle them together. So I'm going to kind of try to give them a little bit of a what I call a purposeful mix, where I'm kind of mixing them up a little bit on purpose, but then I'm going to just shuffle them. And that's our affliction deck. And you don't want these in your deck. They are not good. There's a good chance you're going to get some, but especially when you're fighting the boss at the end, but you in general want to avoid affliction cards. So Then we're going to prepare the environment deck. And boss threat card, it gets set off to the side in solo. We want extinction, asteroid, impact, and I'm going to play on easy. So we want 3 emergence cards, and we want to draw 7 cards at random. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. As you can see, there's quite a few cards here, so you can make it pretty, it can be a pretty versatile game. So shuffling these, I am going to put my extinction card on bottom. That's like basically the last card in the deck, and then asteroid impact on that. And then you're going to put your 7 environment cards, and then your 3 emergence cards. This is your number of rounds, the most number of rounds you're going to have in the game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 rounds, most rounds you'll have in this particular solo game. You can take off emergence cards to make it shorter, but it's going to be at least it's going to be I'd say maximum 12 rounds. If you fight the boss sooner, you can do that. So then we are going to prepare the hunt deck. So we need 5 big game cards. Big game are like these big creatures that can give us some decent amount of carnage points for hunting. Then we want 5 prey, and these are other creatures that do various things. And when I get to the hunt phase, or rather populating the hunt area, I will explain more of these in detail. We need 2 random menace cards. Actually, I probably played with those 2 last time because I pulled them from the back of the deck, and I kind of tried to put most things that I played with in the back of the deck. We have Titans. We need 2 Titans. So we will 1 and 2. And then we need 1 Predator card. I will just randomly grab 1 from the deck. There's not as many of those. Then we need a boss card. These I randomly shuffle. And I'm going to choose a boss. Now I have to look at the boss because it is a Mapuosaurus. Don't know what that is. Haven't heard of that one. But I need the minions, and he's got 3 minions in the deck. And so you look through the minion deck, and I actually have that organized in my box here because each one, I know there's only 3, so I just have to find him, and there he is, Mapuosaurus. So I take those minions, and these are going to all go into the deck as such. And then you shuffle the entire hunt deck together, and this is going to be shuffled, and it's going to go on the Hunting Grounds game board. And then we're pretty close. I got to make my deck, and then we'll be ready. All right, so if we flip the rulebook to there, I am going to grab my Nesting Grounds mat, which is what I have here. I'm going to choose a species. So let's do Gigantosaurus. I'm probably pronouncing it incorrectly. I believe that juvenile card is going to be, that's the juvenile alpha. I know we don't need that. And I know we're not going to use any of adult, veteran, or juvenile. I believe those get set aside. 3 juvenile, adult, and veteran alpha cards. Those get set aside, and I'll set those aside. And then we need 1 apex juvenile card. So those are the alpha cards. It's like labeled on the side particularly. But now I'm looking for the apex alpha card, and I know I'm going to need 5 of these hatchlings. So I'll just grab those. There's my juvenile. So 1 juvenile, 5 hatchlings. And then I'm going to gather 6 cards from the starting deck. I want 1 egg, 1 Titan carcass, 4 prey carcasses, and that is all I need from that. So I'm going to combine this juvenile and these hatchlings, and we're going to kind of seed this deck here a little bit. I say seed, but there's 12 cards there. Shuffle those, and we're going to put those in our draw pile. And then I am going to, this is my Apex deck. Okay, I gather 3 hatchling cards. I got 5 Apex hatchling. Yeah, so I need 3 more hatchling cards. It looks like 1, 2, 3. Okay, shuffle all the remaining, and I'm going to draw 20 cards. Whoa. Okay. And these are very high quality cards. If you're familiar with Wingspan, these are like on par with like a Wingspan level card. Okay, so that's 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So there's my 20. I'll set those to the side, and I take these 3 hatchlings, and I'm going to put them in the deck, and I am going to shuffle that, and that's going to be my Apex deck. So that's going to go here, and we're pretty much ready to start. That is game setup for playing this particular game, and then we're going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to start with 6. So I have a prey carcass and 2 hatchlings and another prey and a Titan carcass. Those are my 6 starting cards. And to start the round, you turn over the top, environment card. And this is going to be about the same every time. I'm going to hatch a card. Whenever you hatch a card, you pull a card from your Apex deck and you put it in your hatchery. And this is a card you could potentially purchase this round. And then the emergence card is also draw a card, so that gives me 1 more card to draw. And this on these emergence cards, the ambush cards are not going to take effect. Now I'm going to explain kind of what would happen maybe if we were actually drawing appropriately, or if it's not an emergence card, then ambush things will take effect. So we draw a card out here from the hunt deck, and this actually has an ambush action. Now it doesn't take effect because of this environment card, but normally, were it not for an emergence card, this would take effect. Eliminate the top card of your Apex deck, and then yeah, that's what you would do for ambush. So now I'm not doing this now because the environment card says don't do it. But normally I would put this up in my elimination pile, and that particular card would be eliminated kind of from the game, but sometimes there's ways of getting things from the elimination. If you're familiar with Magic the Gathering, it's maybe like Exile, something like that. It's kind of in that realm. So that is not going to happen because of our card. That has a hunt effect, but no ambush effect. That is no ambush effect, and we'll draw the hydrodose. I'm not very good at pronouncing all these names. So that is the hunt deck, and then we will populate the evolve field, and nothing particularly exceptional will come out. Nothing happens from that field. So that's going to leave me now to, I am in the the alert phase. So if I had alert cards, these cards here in my hand, I would have to play them. And there are certain creatures in the hunt trail that could be impacted by an alert card being played. Basically, it's like my species is making noise. The people where we would normally hunt are alerted, and that causes bad things to happen generally. So I don't have any alert cards at the beginning of the game. In fact, the last 2 solo games I played, I never actually drew any alert cards. So that might be worthwhile. I kind of think they might come in more handy in a multiplayer game where you can sort of attack other players and steal some cards from their hoard, which I will explain later. All right, so now the hunt is on, so I can take these cards that have a hunt cost. They have a little orange hunt value in the bottom right-hand corner, and those I can hunt with. So I've got 3 total. And I have to decide what I want to do. Now, there actually is I could set an ambush. So if I wanted to, I could play up to 3 cards face down in my ambush point. Now, if they don't have a little icon that says no alert, then I wouldn't, I should say, if they had an icon that said no alert, all of them, if they all had that, then I would not have to take an alert. But if I did that with these guys, they don't have that icon. I have to take an alert card and put it in my discard pile. I don't want that. I don't think that's necessary. So I am going to probably use these for hunt value. I could use 1 to hunt. Anything I don't use is pretty much going to be lost. So I kind of want to see what we're able to do here. Now this guy takes 3 hunt, but he's got a carnage value of 2. Very tiny number. Probably doesn't even help to hold it up to the camera. But at the end of the game, for me to technically win or get a good score, I have to have a high carnage value. And I could hunt this guy, but he is 1, and then I have 2 that I'm not using that would just get lost. So I'm actually going to play all 3. And if I had evolve cards, I have no cards that are, these are evolve cards that have an evolve cost up in the top right hand corner. I have none in my hand. So I'm not even playing the evolve card, but after the ambush, then I could technically play evolve cards. But so I kind of skipped to the hunt. So I'm going to play these 3 cards, and you technically play them one at a time in case they have triggered abilities. These are hatchlings. They do not have triggered abilities, and this has nothing. It has no thing called hunt, so nothing's going to trigger, and that would just go to my hoard down here, and it will give me 1 evolve point that I can potentially spend later. Now, if I had hunted this guy here, he has a writing on the bottom that says hunt. That means if I hunt him, something happens, and in this case, I would reveal the top card of the affliction deck. If it is a flesh wound, then I would add it to my discard pile. Otherwise, I would recycle the flesh, whatever the affliction card was. In this case, I kind of don't want to hunt him because most of the cards in that deck are flesh wounds. There's a real good chance I draw 1, and that's just basically taking up room in your hand. It doesn't help you at all. So I'm going to avoid that. Just going to stick with this guy, and then I'm going to finish the hunt phase, and I'm going to go into the the purchase phase. So now I can purchase cards from this section here, and I have 3, 4, 5, 6, and I could use that for 7. So the question is, what do I want to do? Now I can only, so this 3 right here, the Titan carcass, if I use it on a 2, I don't get to carry over into another purchase the one I don't spend. So I don't want to do that. I think what I'm going to do is discard that to purchase this 3 because it uses all my points well, and I could draw, if I get this one in the evolve phase in a later turn, then I'll get the draw card, and I can eliminate up to 2 affliction cards. I didn't get enough of those the last game I played, which is probably part of the reason I lost. So I'm going to pay these 2, and I'm going to grab this egg and put that in my discard. And then this card, I'm going to spend this evolve card that I got in my hoard. So I flip that over. That means it's spent. It's in my den now. And add that one to it, and I'm going to get this other egg and put it here, because eggs are very handy. And then it's the end of my turn. So we are not in a boss battle, so we don't have to, that's only for boss battle stuff. So all of my cards from here go here. Now I could have purchased this with 6, but I chose not to. And we'll see if that's worthwhile later. I wanted to get some eggs to seed my deck a little bit better. So this gets recycled. Any card in this rightmost slot, it gets recycled. If there was a card here, it would get recycled. And then, as you can see, we don't refill those yet. The first thing you do at the end of the turn is draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got it. You're going to draw 6 cards at the end of your turn. And since my draw pile ran out at 5, I am going to shuffle these, and I am going to draw 6. Got to check my messages real quick before we go on to the next round. And okay, nothing. Okay, that looks like nothing is happening. All right, let's move on to round 2. I know it's an emergence card because that's what we did last time. So we are going to hatch a card, and normally you don't get to just hatch cards outright. That is a benefit of the emergence card. You usually have to have eggs to do that, and I get to draw a card. And you only start in your starting deck with 1 egg, so that is part of the reason I bought those 2 eggs, is because I know that eggs are very valuable for hatching cards and being able to get to the Apex cards in your deck. If you don't have a card hatched, you can't purchase anything from your Apex deck. Okay, so now we've done the environment. So these slide over like so, and we're going to pull another one out. And again, it has an ambush, but because of the emergence card, we don't actually do anything with that ambush. You'll see later rounds we probably will. No boss card came out, so we can now move on to the what is the phase? I feel like I'm missing a phase here. We did that. We don't have alert cards. It's alert phase. We don't have any alert cards. That's why it's easy to forget that one. I could set an ambush, but I don't want to set an ambush because that would get me an alert card, and I don't think. The catch is maybe I'd set an ambush if I didn't think I could use my hunt cards, but I think I'll be able to use my hunt cards. 3, 4, 5. Well, I am going to have 1 that I'm not going to be able to use, so I'll probably just hunt for 3. I'm going to take a slight chance. You don't want to usually add alert cards early, but I also don't want to lose. Well, and the problem is, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I don't want to get an alert card for a 1 deal here, so I'm going to pass on that. And then I'll go on to the evolve phase. I have I do have 1 evolve card to play. I will hatch another card and draw with my egg. And so now I've got my Titan Carcass again, which is kind of nice. Gives me some good purchasing power. And now we're going to the hunt phase. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to play a juvenile and a hatchling for 3, and I'm going to hunt this guy because he takes 3 and has no hunt cost that's going to hurt me. And he has Carnage 1. He has Carnage 1. I don't want to get affliction cards yet. Well, I hate to lose 2 guys, and that would give me 3 purchasing power. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hunt this guy. And when he's hunted, I reveal the top card of the affliction deck. If it's a flesh wound, I add it to my discard pile. Otherwise, I recycle it. To recycle, and this is a severe trauma, so I just put it on the bottom of the affliction deck. Done. So I actually didn't get 1, and I get those purchase cards. Not too bad. So that's going to move us on to the purchase section of the game. So I've got some options here. Can eliminate any 1 card from your hand to draw another card. That is pretty good. Metabolic transformation. I like that. Hatch a card, draw a card. I have a couple of eggs. I like that metabolic transformation. I think I'm going to spend 3 and those 3, and I'm going to get, that's 6 total, and I'm going to get metabolic transformation. And then I am going to use my prey carcass, and that I'm going to go ahead and get another egg because what the heck, they're helpful. That would have been 2, so I'm still getting no alpha cards. These get recycled. This would recycle, that recycles, but there's nothing to recycle. We draw 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we don't have to do that to our deck yet. So the next thing we're going to do is grab an evolve or an environment card. And respond to that message. And let's see. Okay, environment card. So it's an emergence. So I know we're going to hatch a card, and we are going to draw a card. And then this is going to move over. And again, no ambush cards are going to come into play. Ooh, a Stegosaurus. Big game. So that comes out, and that is done, and we can set a, whatever you call it, it's alert phase, nothing's happening, alert phase. So then we'll go to, and there is like a, what do you call it, there's a solo guide there. We could set an ambush, but I don't think I want to set an ambush. And then we can evolve. All right, play evolve cards from hand. So first of all, let's do an egg, and we will hatch a card, and we'll shuffle our draw pile and draw a card. So it's pretty, I mean, you're definitely seeing the deck building aspect here. It's not that hard. The rules feel a little more weighty than they really are once you actually start playing the game. It's not too bad. All right, so we hatched a card, drew a card. Let's play our second egg, and we will hatch a card, draw a card. It gave us some hatchlings, which is nice. And we have, ooh, dynamic vitality. We could eliminate, well, this allows us to at least draw a card, and we could eliminate up to 2 affliction cards, but we don't have any, so no worries there. I am going to play another egg. So we'll hatch another card, draw a card. This is what I kind of wanted earlier. Eliminate 1 card from my hand. I'm going to eliminate my small carcass here because I don't think I need that. And I get to draw a card. And now we are in a hunting option. So let's see, what do we want to do? There's only one thing we can really hunt here, and it's that Hydrosaur, unfortunately. That's not going to be great. So what we'll do is we will hunt this guy, get him here, and we don't have a lot of options there. So we've got 4 purchased power here, and we've got 2 guys that we could purchase. Let's see. Let's do 3 of those and this guy, and we'll grab the Harvester. So we got our first Apex deck card. These are just going to get lost at the end of the turn because I can't do anything with them. And this is all going to go to my discard pile. And then now we're going to recycle this, and we're going to recycle this. And we are now getting to our deck up here. So we're going to turn that over. And this one is going to, oh, what we forgot to do is draw 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we have to shuffle our deck. So let's do that. Now you can get some bonus points if you can kill the boss in 7 rounds or less. So it's something that we might want to bear in mind as we move forward here. So there's my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then now we'll do our environment card. All right, we reveal 6 carnage or hunt points in your hand, or eliminate 2 apex cards. So let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't have 6, so I have to eliminate 2 apex cards, a hatchling and another hatchling. That actually wasn't too bad. Couldn't have gotten much better than that, to be honest. So now you're going to see what happens when we draw these ambush cards that come out. So let's see. Alert. That does not have an ambush. This says ambush. Reveal 9 in my hand and or ambush point, or eliminate 2 apex cards in your ambush point. But I don't have either one of those. So that one actually will not take any effect because I have nothing in my ambush point and not 9, and it doesn't tell me to take an affliction card for that. So that is fantastic. And then these are going to slide over, and that is that. So no alert cards in my hand, and I don't believe I want to set an ambush. So let's see, the potential to hunt is there. So actually I'm going to go to evolve section. I'm going to play an egg to hatch a card. So now you can see I didn't hatch a card because of an emergence. I had to have an egg to do it, which is where those eggs can come in handy. I'm going to hatch another card and draw a card. We got our Titan carcass, not bad, and we have 5 hunt points. So 4 is the most we're hunting. I like the big game. That's worth 2. That's worth 2. I think I am going to spend those 4 to hunt the Parasaurolophus, because that's 4 evolve points. I like that. And I can't do anything with that hunt, but I have 4 and 8. From the ambush, sacrifice that on this card to hunt a Titan card in the game trail. Huh. That's interesting. You may draw a card or gain an apex card from your discard pile and play it with this card. I kind of like this guy better, I think. So I'm going to spend these 7 for that. And these 2 will be lost because I can't do anything with 1. Recycled, discard, and we will draw 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now we will, this is going to recycle. This is going to recycle. And we're going to draw one of these. So we have Hot Springs. You may discard any number of apex cards in your hand to eliminate an equal number of affliction cards in your hand or discard pile. Well, I don't have any affliction cards, so I'm not going to discard any in my hand. Boom. So then we're going to slide these over, and we have no ambush and no ambush. Nice. So we'll slide those over, and we are no alert cards, so we'll go to the evolve section. I could eliminate those. You know what? I think we need to get rid of a prey carcass and we're going to draw another card. Nice. That gives us an egg, so we will hatch a card and draw a card. And we could get rid of Affliction, but we're just going to draw a card, and that is that. Oh, so we're going to hatch a card, and we're going to get to draw another card. So the eggs can really move you through your deck. Pretty helpful. They're pretty helpful. It doesn't hurt to get some of those at the beginning, but I haven't played this game enough to know, the full value and how many eggs is too many eggs. So we'll see. All right, so that was my evolve. I did not set an ambush. Let's see. When this guy hunts, if there's a Titan card in the game trail, then you may gain a carcass card from the elimination pile or your discard pile and add it to your hoard. So it would then be spent into your den if you spent it. So, hunt. We got 4 hunt. I think it makes sense to spend these 3 to hunt that guy, and spend that 1 and hunt that guy. Neither of them have a hunt thing going on there. 6, 7, 8. Whew. We've got a tough deal here. I'm going to spend these 4 to grab that guy because I think that'll be helpful. I've got 4 more. I think I'm going to spend these 3 and get this, and that's going to get recycled. This is going to get recycled. This stays here in my hoard. It's subject to be destroyed or something by whatever happens next, but it's there for me. So those get recycled, and then we draw a new environment deck. Oh, I got to draw 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not bad. A couple eggs. Reveal 2 Apex cards in your hand that are not hatchlings, or eliminate the top card of your Apex deck. Well, I don't have 2 that aren't hatchlings, so that gets eliminated. Bummer. And then this is going to go out. Now, probably what's going to happen is we're going to end up with a boss on this round, I am betting. He's a Titan. Nope, no boss. Thought we'd get one this round. And we'll address that when that happens, which is probably next round. So this comes out, and then that comes out. I got my 6 cards. Do I want to play an ambush? Man, I don't want to set an ambush. I got no alert cards, so I'm going to play evolve cards. I'll hatch and draw, and I'm going to play an evolve card, hatch, and draw. And that is going to give me, you may draw a card or gain an Apex card from your discard pile and play it with this card. Ooh. That is pretty good. Do I have from your discard pile? Well, I got a good Apex card there that triggers an ability. 3, 4, 5. Is there a Titan? There is a Titan in the game trail. Oh, you know what? When this ambushed, I didn't do it. So 3. Well, that was from an egg. I had 4 in my hand. So I wouldn't have eliminated anything in my ambush point. So it wouldn't have done anything. Didn't matter. The alert effect is activated. There are no alert effects. So hunting this guy is not bad. But if there's a Titan card in the game trail, then you may gain a carcass card from the elimination pile and add it to your hoard. Well, that's probably going to help me. So if I go hunting, if I draw a card, I can draw a card or gain an apex card from my discard pile and play it with this card. So that gets me 5, and if there's a Titan card in the game trail, then you may gain a Carcass card from the elimination pile or your discard pile and add it to your hoard. I kind of would rather get it from the discard pile because that will end up getting it out of the game as well. So I'm going to add that to my hoard. And that is 5 hunt points. So, reveal 9. Yeah, I kind of think, shoot. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I could get up to 10, or I could get 8. He has got a lot of carnage points, but he's got 3 and gives me more of those. So I'm going to go 7 and get this guy. And he's going to come down here. Doesn't do anything. I can't use hatchlings to hunt that card, but I didn't, so I'm good. Unfortunately, I have 3 hatchlings that are going to do nothing for me. So we'll see what I do. I got 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh. 6, 7, and we'll do 8. And we're going to get this fella here because he is pretty powerful and helpful. Unfortunately, can't use those. Those get discarded, recycled. This gets recycled, and this gets recycled. And then we go draw our 6 cards, which are going to be, that goes here. And then we shuffle. All right. All right. All remaining. Okay. There we go. And we are going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I probably should have played a ambush on that last one because of the situation, but I didn't. Oh well. All right, Forest Fire. Gain an affliction card and add it to your hand. Draw a card for each health damage point on the affliction card. Health damage point, it's 3. So I draw 1, 2, 3. That's not bad. And then now we are going to go here. Did we get the boss? No, still no boss. He is hiding in there. Huh. These guys are going to come over. That boss is going to come out next. I swear. How many rounds are we in? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is round 7. So we don't even see the boss till round 8. Interesting. All right. Got our hand. Do we want to... We have no alert cards. That's okay. Do we want to set an ambush? Let's see. What would we want to do? We could set an ambush. You know what? I am going to set an ambush. Now, it's solo. If it were multiplayer, I would do these face down. But I'm going to set my ambush that way. That's going to give me an alert card because they don't have the little symbol there. So I'm going to do that because I really want to set him up for the boss, which is probably coming out next turn, and I don't want to have to deal with that. All right, let's see. Okay, so if we do this guy, we can eliminate 1 card from our hand to draw a card, which we're going to eliminate our affliction card, of course. Draw a card. Eliminates 2 affliction cards. So we are going to, well, we're going to hatch and draw. Hatch and draw. Whoops, I drew off the wrong thing. This is hatch and draw. Durr. And we are going to hatch and draw. Done. All right, lots of hatchlings. Well, yeah, we could play that toward the end of the round, and maybe get rid of 2 affliction cards if we get any. Let's see, what's our hunt value? Do we need to draw a card? The alert effect on all cards in the game is activated. We have no alert effects, so are recycled into the game trail, including this one. Interesting. So we've got 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what? I think I'm going to use my 5, badoomp, and hunt this guy, which is going to trigger the alert effects on all cards. The alert effect on all Titan cards in the game trail is activated against you, left to right, but it's just this one, and it gets recycled into the game trail. So we'll recycle that. No worries. We have hunted. I did not get anything, so let me do this and just draw a card. I don't have affliction. Ooh. You may draw a card or gain an apex card from your discard to play it with this card. I'm not going to have an apex card, so if I hunt for 3, it's just going to get lost. Ugh, I don't like that. I don't like that, and I can't really use him. Bummer. What do we got here? 7, 6, 8. You may take the alpha card from your discard pile and play with this card. Well, that one only works with the alpha card, which you take out of the deck for solo. So that's unfortunate. No war cry. That's not going to help me. But we could 3, 4, wait, 5. It's kind of lost. Let's do 5, 6, and 7, and we'll get this Titan Slayer there. And then we have 3 more. Let's play 3 and probably going to start getting affliction cards. So I'm going to go with that. So that is going to be lost. These will be recycled. These will go here, and we will those are my ambush point, and then we'll recycle this, and I will draw 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, if I draw the alert card, I'm in bad shape. It means I am not going to be able to. I'm not going to be able to do it. That's my 6. Good. Whew. All right. So now we're going to grab this. Hunting agent. You have been blinded by venom from a Dilophosaurus. Discard an apex card in your hand. Ugh, that is painful. But we have a hatchling, so we'll discard that. That's fine. And then this is going to slide over, and probably what's going to happen is that's a big game. Is this going to be the boss? Predator. No, still haven't gotten the boss. Wow, that is crazy. So that slides over. I'm pretty sure I put the boss in the deck. Y'all saw me draw that. I didn't like set it off to the side or something, did I? No, that's my alphas. I think I'm good. Okay. Totally ruined game if I didn't put the boss in there. We'll find out next round, I think, because I think there's no way it's not going to be in there next round. Okay. So do I want to set a ambush. I have no alert cards, but I probably will end up drawing an alert card next round. So I want to use my ambush this round, I think, and I don't want to set anything. If I set anything in the ambush, I can't use the ambush point, and I really want to. We have a minion, 2 minions, and a big game. The Predator is pretty good. Oh, and I forgot. Ambush. Eliminate the closest card in the game trail. And if it was a Titan or big game, recycle this card. So it was Titan or big game, so that guy gets recycled. Bummer. I only got these guys, so that stinks. So now we'll do evolve. Let's. Now the catch is, if I play my evolve and I draw that ambush, then immediately these go over here. So that is going to be no good. I hate to do that. Well, I'm going to take a chance. I'm going to hatch a card and draw a card. Okay? Because I need more hunt cards. 5, 6, 7, 8. Do I want to evolve? No, I think I'm going to do my ambush. I'm going to pull these guys out here and do 8 with that and hunt. It's going to gain me an affliction card, and this guy goes to my pile there. I've got 2 hunt left, and I'm at the end of my turn, so I can't hunt anymore, but I can play all the cards in my hand. So let's see what happens. We're going to hatch and draw. We're going to hatch and draw, and basically I'm trying to see if I can get the affliction card. Eliminate any one card from your hand. Draw another card. All right. Okay. Well, let's draw a card, and then we can eliminate 2 affliction cards. Let's hatch and draw. All right. Let's draw. Is that supposed to be? Yeah, that's pretty good. I can't hunt anymore, so that's no good. Trying to get rid of that other card here. Draw. Man, all these good cards, and I can't do anything. So that's going there. These get recycled. I thought I'd get rid of that alert card, but I didn't. Oh, I haven't spent my... I did have 1 in my hand for a total of 4. Whoops. Did I have 1 I could have bought? Oh, hatchling card would have gone straight to my hand. But I couldn't have bought it. It would just have been discarded. Reveal. If they don't have a evolve cost up there, they just go straight to your hand. So 4. I think I'm just going to leave my 4 there because I don't know that there's anything from there. You may add all Apex cards to your hand and discard the rest. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and buy that. Why not? I went through my deck so much, it might get cycled into my deck. So we'll recycle that guy. Probably doing a boss fight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we'll go to this. In player order, gain an affliction card. If it is a virus, then the card is added to your discard pile, and all carcass cards in your hand are eliminated. If it's not a virus, the affliction card is recycled. It's not a virus, it's a flesh wound, it gets recycled. Not bad. Now we will go here. There's the boss. So normally when the boss comes out, You eliminate all these cards, and now I have to make a choice. Do I want to fight, or do I want to flight? So the question is, and I've done that. Begin round, reveal environment, populate game trail of all poles. So I've done that. So do I want to fight? Virus or severe trauma. They're recycled instead. Only has 2 health. I don't have cards in my ambush. This gets... I think this gets... you might skip the alert phase. Let me double check this for the assault phase. So stop, fight, or flight. So the question is, will I want to fight this guy? I'm only going to do 2, 3, 4, 5 damage to him. But, yeah, that's not going to be much. But it might be... it might be enough to do something. If I flight, it's recycled face down to the bottom of the hunt deck. My turn is over and the round ends. There's not much left here, but I do think I want to fight him later, and getting another card from there is not going to help. So I am going to I'm going to do flight. Player keeps the same cards in the hand for the next turn. Oh, but I actually, you know what? I'm actually going to fight him. I'm going to fight him. Any alert cards in your hand must be played first. If an alert card is played and you have cards in the ambush point, choose 1 apex card from your ambush point to eliminate all the cards you place in your discard pile. So that I can get rid of, which is helpful. I can play evolve cards to gain things, but basically I am just going to play these 5, do 5 damage. It gains me an affliction card, and the battle ends. So when the battle ends, the boss is recycled face down on the bottom of the hunt deck. The game trail does not repopulate. I repopulate the evolve pool, and I can move all cards from playing field and discard. Continue to turn. Play the remainder of a round. Remaining cards in your hands as usual. So I can use my 3 evolve points. Man, I think getting another egg is not going to hurt. Those are helpful. So I'm going to do that. And then this is going to get that, and I'm going to shuffle my deck. Whoa. All right. So we are in the final, like, 3 or 4 rounds here. If I can beat the boss, you got to beat the boss, and then you have to have enough carnage points to kind of see if you're going to be extinct at birth, which is less than 15. 15 to 19 is lucky survivor. 20 to 29 is a considerable threat. I got that one once. I got lucky survivor once. Deadly prey is 30 to 39. Beast footed is 40 to 46. Elite hunter 47 to 53. Savage killer 54 to 59, and ultimate predator is 60 plus. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and let's see what we get. All right. Eliminate an egg in your hand. If you cannot, then all hatchlings in your hand are eliminated. I have an egg to eliminate, so I don't have to eliminate my hatchlings. That's fantastic. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. We're going to do that. This card gains if an alert, defensive stance. Okay, hunt and ambush. Reveal 9 in my hand, or eliminate 2 apex cards in my ambush point. I don't have 9 in my hand, so I do have an affliction, unfortunately. All right, so there we are. Probably second to last round here, something like that. I've got my 6 cards, or I've got 5 because I had to get rid of 1. You know what? I'm going to play this. I can draw. Why did I play it there? I'm not ambushing anything. So I'm going to no alert cards, not setting an ambush. So I'm going to do that. I get to draw a card, and then I get to eliminate 2 affliction cards. So they go up there. And I am going to hatch and draw. And we will hatch and draw. And hatch and draw. Ooh, that was not terribly helpful. We can eliminate any one card from hand to draw another card. That gives us 2. That's still not much to work with. Ugh, that did not work well. That is no good. 2. Can't set an ambush now. I could spend these 3 to do something. I am going to play these 3 to get that selective genetics. That seems reasonably helpful. We'll put these there. We will do that and this, and we will draw the next card. Asteroid Imp. Oh, got to draw 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do that first. All cards in the game trail are eliminated. This is going to pretty much further the game along. Footprint 3 is replaced with a disaster area. Eliminate your entire hand except 1 card and draw 4 cards. Okay? Entire hand except 1 card. That is unfortunate. Except 1 card. Is it discard or eliminate your entire hand? Wow. Eliminate except 1 card. And play with this card. Well, I'm going to keep this card, eliminate those, and draw 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Unfortunately, all hatchlings. Alright, and then we're going to populate the game trail. No ambush. Ambush. Eliminate the closest card in the game trail. If a big game or Titan card was eliminated, then recycle this card. I eliminate this. It is not a big game or Titan. And ambush, reveal 9, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I got 9. So I don't have to eliminate 2 cards from my ambush point. Whoop-de-doo. That doesn't help me. Alright. Now. Whew. That was rough. Do I want to set an ambush? That would not be bad because the boss card's probably coming out next, and that would be excellent. So if I set an ambush, I don't want anything that hatchlings can't touch. So I am going to... No, I don't want my hatchlings to not be able to fight, so I am going to... Man, or I could just set 1. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I could do that. I'll get an affliction card, but that would be a good ambush to set. That gets me an alert card, and then I can still play that and hunt this guy for 8, and then I get an affliction card. Yeah, I'm going to do that. So that's that. That stays there. That's in my ambush point. And we're going into the final boss battle. Yeah. Actually, you know what? You know what? Because of 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I don't think I'd end up with any in my hand. Shoot. I've got 4. And I don't have anything here. So probably spending that to get an egg is going to be my best bet. Well, I could end up with an... No, I think I'm going to go with the egg. Because that's my ambush point. That's there. All right. So we're going to go here. All cards in the game trail and in the hunt deck are eliminated. All right, except for the boss. Eliminated. Done. Boss comes out. Discard your entire hand and draw 4 cards. Oh my gosh. First of all, I have to. There's that. That's my 5. And then there's 6. And then I'm going to discard my entire hand. Oh gosh. That was not very good. And draw 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I get these 4 to work with. Alright. There we go. So we are on a boss battle. So I think if I have an alert card. Any alert cards? You have cards in your ambush point. Choose 1 apex card in your ambush point to eliminate. So there's my alert, which means I have to eliminate my guy. Oh my gosh, that's terrible. Well, I can play this, draw a card, eliminate up to 2 affliction cards. I'll do that. I can hatch a card and draw a card. I can hatch a card and draw a card. Alright, hatch a card. Oops, hatch a card and draw a card. Okay, draw the top 5 cards of your Apex deck. Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You may eliminate any number of them. Place the ones you did not eliminate back on top of your Apex deck in any order. It doesn't matter. That's not going to help me. I didn't pay attention to that card when I got it. It was not smart. So I end up with that carcass. I lose because I have nothing to fight this guy with. And so I have no hunt cards to even hunt him at all. So I just gain an affliction card and the battle ends and I lose the game because I couldn't hunt him. This is what happened last game. I ended up with nothing in my hand on the last turn. And so I couldn't get any cards that I needed. And I did not prepare. These last 2 cards are pretty devastating when it comes to your hand. And I drew the 1 alert card that I had in my entire deck, unfortunately. So that one got rid of my guy that would have hunted. Had he hunted, I could have at least done 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage. I could have done 7 damage, which would have gained him an affliction card. And it would have been this affliction card. That would have been severe trauma, but he can't gain severe trauma, and so it would have been recycled. And so I wouldn't have beat him anyway. But there you go. That is Apex Theropod, the deck building game. And it's pretty fun. I haven't tried it multiplayer yet. I really want to give the multiplayer a shot and see what I think of that, because in multiplayer you have a couple of dynamics that are happening. One, you start the game with your juvenile in the game, and you can your adult and your veteran are kind of off to the side, and you can always use evolve points to upgrade to your adult or veteran. Your juvenile is 3 carnage points, your adult is 6, and your veteran is 9. Well, I don't know if that's the same for all the cards. But they have different abilities as you evolve it. But you never have all 3 in a deck. You just evolve them into one or the other. So you got that. The boss threat card goes in there because whenever you do the boss fights, there's a boss in the deck for each player, and each player kind of fights their own boss. You don't know which one it's going to be. You're adding 4 at random at the beginning of the game. But then you're going to fight a boss at some point in the game, and that is going to if you beat a boss, then you have the option of potentially winning the game by adding up your carnage points. If you don't beat the boss, you cannot win the game based on carnage points. So. And then at the end of the game, what you see me doing here is I'm going through and just kind of sorting the cards back into their relative decks. The Apex cards are usually pretty easy to grab. So are the starting cards. The Evolve cards are also pretty easy. I think I got too many Evolve cards that time. I think I probably should have gone after more of the monsters, the larger things. And one of the first couple of games I played, I would go hard and fast after the cards from my Apex deck. And the last couple of games I played, I got more of these cards here, filling my deck out. I think that was not necessarily a good choice. So if you've played the game before, if you're familiar with this game, I'd love to hear thoughts on your strategy or what you have run into playing this game. What do you think of the game? Do you like it, not like it? I feel like it's pretty easy to engage, and I like that about the game. It didn't take me too long to learn the rules and get it going. It's not super heavy, so this is not going to be, I don't know that this is going to be a heavy game for anybody, but it's fun. I'd say it is pleasantly enjoyable to play, and after this is probably my third or fourth game now, I feel like it's easy enough to set up. Now what we can do is count the carnage points I did have and see what I would have had I beaten the boss. The boss would have given me what was it? It's very tiny on this card. 8 carnage points. But I had 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. I had 23. I was a considerable threat. Had I beaten the boss, I would have ended up with 32 and been a deadly prey. So that's, I don't feel too bad about that, honestly, because that's probably the best I've done as far as carnage points at the end of the game. However, I did beat the boss a couple of times, so I would like to be able to do that, and it's pretty tricky. Obviously, there's some luck involved with how you draw your cards, but it's pretty heavy on the deck building side. So I'm wondering if going hard after the cards in your Apex deck is really the way to go. But there you go. I'm not sure how I rate this game yet. It's tough. I'd say minimum, lowest is a 7. I wouldn't go below 7 for rating this game. But I'm not sure that it is. I'm not sure if it's an 8 either. So it might be in the 7, 7, 7, 8 area. If I'm taking a guess off the top of my head, but I'll probably have to try the multiplayer before I know for sure, and that'll give me an idea of what I think overall once I've had a chance to see how the multiplayer plays. When you're playing multiplayer, you have the option of raiding other people's horde or den by attacking there. You can ambush them. You have to do it from your ambush point. So there's something. There's a what do you call it? A caveat there to doing that. But it is I'd have to play it a few times, and I can also see playing with what I would call nice rules, where you're not allowed to raid another person's den. You have to do you have to just do the boss, do your carnage during the game and only raid a den at the end. But there you have it. That is Apex Theropod, the deck building game. Thanks for watching Unraveled Game Thoughts, and give it a like, give it a subscribe if you get a chance.